Hello, everybody. Welcome to another fantabulous, reckless house fire. Wow, what a fucking week this has been. What a fucking week. Donald Trump, Donald Trump proves he's the prime representative of a country. That sentence also works without the final syllable. Yeah. In fact, what's the difference between a hysterectomy and Donald Trump? A hysterectomy is not a complete cunt. Now, I'm glad you're laughing. I have to be careful about some of the things I say because I did that joke just the other night, and afterwards, this old woman with their 2 kids comes up to me, and she says, "Mike, I know you're just mucking around, but next time, can you not say the word Trump? Because he's such a fucking cunt, isn't he? So actually, I said to Donald and Melania Trump, "Can you think of an original slogan?" They said, "Yes, we can." It takes time, but it's worth it. Yeah. People keep saying Melania Trump is the new Jackie Kennedy. I'm like, please, Donald, buy yourself a nice open air convertible. You know you want to. So.
Oh no.
Other thing in the news this week was Facebook privacy. Now this a bit of music there. Is that the Spice Girls? If it's not the Spice Girls, switch it off. That's my motto. Actually, that's my anything. Even a dildo. If it's not the Spice Girls, I don't want to know. No, but seriously, there was this thing about privacy on Facebook. And it always cracks me up, people getting paranoid about their privacy. I mean, you're on Facebook, for fuck's sake, Take a selfie having a wank in the morning, it's like, I've got some likes. I mean, at this point in life, your privacy is fucked. It's like David Beckham saying, "Does anyone know I'm shagging a Spice Girl?" Let's keep stum on that one. So, actually, I tried to open a Twitter account, but I can't get a handle on it. Yeah. I tried to open one of those shitty old-fashioned networks, but I need MySpace.
Hey.
I need MySpace, yeah. I tried to talk to One Direction, but they're such a bunch of fucking cunts.
True.
Couldn't be bothered, yeah. I have to confess, I tried computer dating. But I don't find computers attractive.
Oh, that's actually a good one.
I tried. I'm sorry. Yeah, have some megabytes. But I dated a frog, but it wasn't committed.
Hey.
Yeah, I dated an italic, but it wasn't my type.
Okay.
I dated a member of One Direction, but he was such a fucking cunt.
Hey.
So there we go. Actually, I've written an article to warn people against the dangers of social network addiction. You can find the article on Facebook, Twitter, Bebo, LinkedIn, YouTube, and all over the place, basically, because that's the way it works. Anyway, that's enough of my bullshit. We're going to start now with some proper comedians. That's funny in itself, is it? Thank you. My first laugh. Thank you. That's 3 more than usual. Anyway, we're going to kick off with a returning comedian. This guy is funny, charismatic, and very sexy. I know because he told me just before the show. Say that. So, big round of applause for the charismatic, sexy, and funny Dominic the Comic.
Hey. So, a little while ago, in August, I think it was, I saw this kind of Jesus preacher, and I thought, fucking hell, here we go. And I was kind of making a bit of a joke and kind of being a bit of a dick and taking the piss out of him. And I went over, which is maybe a bad thing to do. I went over to him and said, "Do you reckon Jesus can you get me a girlfriend?" And he goes, "Well, son, some things even Jesus can't do." So a man that's dedicated his life to being a good man said that to me, which was funny. So it's okay. And then a girl a while ago, we were chatting and she just said to me, "Dom, just so you know, before this goes any further, I'm not interested in you. You're not my type." I said, "All right, fair enough. Just out of interest, what is your type?" She goes, "Well, I normally go for good-looking, muscular, and funny men. And no offense, but you're just not that. But no offense, she said, but no offense. so it's okay. So if I say to her, look, you bitch, I hope the bus hits you on the way home, but hey, no offense. No offense can be taken. Yeah. And then another sex joke, and then I'm done with that. So when I was 16, I was very fat, not very attractive, and just, let's be honest, like, so 16 is the legal age to have sex, right? But wasn't happening. So my mum, as a joke, bought me some condoms for my birthday. And like not normal condoms, these were like lion condoms, octopus condoms. And then, shock horror, I got a girl into my bed a couple weeks after my 16th birthday. So we're getting down to business, you know how it is. And she goes to me, have you got any condoms? And I said, I have, but you're not going to like it. So out comes the octopus condom. And the most embarrassing, so it's got 8 tentacles on it, and the most embarrassing thing, the tentacles bigger than me cock. Yeah. And then what else I've realised in this lockdown is that, so I'm applying to go to university at the moment, and I've actually found a 3-year, Kim, you should maybe do this, a 3-year comedy degree in Manchester. Yeah. Comedy writing and performance. And I told my mum about it, and she goes, Dom, you know what? That sounds like a great way to spend 50 grand and still be unemployed. Yeah. And anyway, so a lot of emails. I'm sending a lot of emails to professors, universities, shit like that. And I realised that emails, there's always a hidden meaning. They are the most passive-aggressive things you'll ever have. So I've kind of become a bit of a Dr. Dolittle for emails. So normally in emails you'll get just a friendly reminder, but that's not a friendly reminder at all. That's, you fucking idiot, get your shit together. I'm not going to tell you again, is what that means. And then you've also got, correct me if I'm wrong, meaning I'm not wrong, so don't correct me. But they always end, no matter what it says. I've just killed your daughter and stolen your house, but hey, warm regards. Always end with kind regards. Yeah, it's true. It's true. That's all I've got. Thanks, Kim. Thanks all.
Woo! Wow. Woo! Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Dominic the Comic. Thank you so much. Yeah, no, my personal favourite is when people say, no disrespect. That's it. No offence is funny, but my other one is like, no disrespect, but you're a cunt. It's like, well,
yeah.
That is rather disrespectful, isn't it?
It is quite. You
know what I mean? Like, no disrespect, you're awesome. That's all right. No disrespect, but I think you're a fat, useless cunt. But speaking of being overweight and what people find offensive, there was this thing going around recently on Facebook, so it must be true. And the guy, he said, it was funny because I told a girl she was pregnant. Turned out she was just fat. And I'm like, well, big deal, because no woman is going to find that offensive, Do you know what a woman would find offensive? If she told us she was fat when she was just pregnant. That'd piss her off, Like, oh, bud off. Oh, you little shit. No one's ever called me that before. I fucking hate you already. I'm not even born yet, I've never met a fat person who will admit it's his fault. Do you know what I mean? It's never their fucking fault, is it? It's all, I got big bones. Yeah. Big bones. Yeah. Big, long, squashy bones dragging out your arsehole as you fuck off back to McDonald's. Get out of here, for Christ's sake. Speaking of condoms, as Dominic was, I finally worked out how to put on a condom. Oh, yes, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. Thank you so much. Glad you're getting your job situation sorted out. I used to hate work, but now I'm an astrologer and my job is looking up. Thank you. I do that joke to put the other comedians at ease because they know they must be better than me. So let's move on now with another returning comedian. I've seen this guy a lot of times. He's very funny. It is the hilarious Robert Alty.
Thank you very much, Mike. How are you? Hope everyone's okay.
Oh, I'm all right.
Good.
Yeah, nothing changes.
It's been a very, very tough week
Bit close to
again.
death.
Very tough week again, as usual. Very boring in lockdown. I'm watching lots and lots of repeats at the moment. I mean, God knows how much I've seen of Carry On Screaming this week. But then I should stop watching the news. Shit, that didn't work. Never mind. Carry on. Yeah, so we also found out that Glastonbury... This is the problem. We also found out that Glastonbury Festival has been cancelled, which I think is a real shame. I don't normally go to Glastonbury myself, but I miss those opportunities when we're allowed to be unhygienic. But I go to festivals, but I'm a heavy metal fan. Don't let my boy band T-shirt fool you. By the way, this is Anthrax, and they support One Direction. It's where I met Michael. But yeah, I've done some crazy shit at festivals and I've had some of the best times in my life. But one of the craziest things I've ever done is I've eaten a wasp. Not on purpose, although the heavy metal community will probably do this as a dare, maybe after the bin jousting craze has died down. But what happened? I was watching a band. And a wasp came and stung me on my lip, and I thought, if that wasp goes into my mouth, I'm in serious trouble. I need to do something pretty drastic. And when I say drastic, I'm carrying a 4-pint that cost me £10. So what I do is I launch the pint at the wasp, something like this. Oh, wasp, whoosh! The pint lands on top of some poor lady in front of me. My friends think this is hilarious. However, she doesn't, because she thinks that I've thrown piss at her. They think this is hilarious, my friends, but she's not happy. And there's an argument that happens after that, because she turns around and goes, "What the fuck are you doing? What are you doing? Why are you throwing piss at me?" "I'm not. It's a wasp." "What? A wasp? What? A wasp going on lip?" Anyway, I don't know whether I got the fat lip from her or the wasp, but I'll tell you one thing. In the words of the last headliners of Scorpions, it definitely wasn't love at first sting. I didn't think anyone knew the Scorpions, but never mind. It's all One Direction fans here, isn't it?
Hey.
But one of the main things about festivals that we all dread are the festival toilets. Now, a lot of people that I know that will go the whole weekend without having a shit. But I'm not one of these people, because I have, and I feel comfortable sharing this with you, a regular poo clock, which goes off at 8 o'clock in the morning, which at a festival is actually a pretty good time, because this is normally when they're pumping the portaloos out anyway. It's also a good time for me as well in general, because this is normally the time I am at work. And what gives me peace of mind is the fact that when I'm taking a shit, I'm getting paid for it, which makes me sleep better at night. But anyway, so the other warning though is that at a festival, the only problem you will get is when you go to the toilet first thing in the morning, the smell of shit, bacon and onions as you pass the food van will not help your hangover. And please bear in mind, you're going to have to queue. So as you get to the toilet, you're waiting, you are clutching your toilet paper and clenching your buttocks, waiting your turn. It gets closer and closer, and then you know there is one portaloo you do not use. And that is when the most scary looking metaler you'll ever see. He has a Diocide t-shirt on. He's got red glowing eyes, not because he's been on a vodka cocaine binge of Fireball and Jaeger bomb and absinthe. It's because he's the devil himself. A crucifix branded in his forehead gives the game away. He approaches a Portaloo and reacts like this. Oh God! Oh God! Oh God! Oh my God! What the fuck is that? Jesus Christ! Hail Mary, full of grace! Hail Mary, full of grace! Because you know whatever's behind that door is something pretty evil, because this is a man that slaughters goats and sacrifices virgins. Anyway, that's been my time. Thank you for listening.
Whoa.
Good night.
Oh, thank you so much for that, Robert Alty. The good thing is that you made me laugh. The bad thing is that when you put that mask on, I got an erection.
Oh no.
And it hasn't worn off yet, so I've got to... That laugh really helps. That laugh really helps get rid of it, so keep that up, please. Yeah, so I've got an erection. Where? No, but seriously, it said, speaking of public toilets, I once went to a public toilet and it said, put only toilet paper down the toilet. So I shat on the floor. You know. In fact, once I remember Jesus soils his first nappy. Holy shit. They've taken a book of Ruth out of the Bible. That's ruthless. They've taken thank you out of French. That's merciless. They've taken One Direction out of the charts. Thank fuck for that, because they're cunts, aren't they? Anyway, lockdown. Everyone's going crazy about lockdown, even now. And I had a bad experience last week. My wife has forbidden me from watching any more Spice Girls videos.
Boo!
Yes, I am officially in cockdown. Again, my erection is wearing off the more you do that. So do keep the laughter. I think I've just found a great way to get laughs, because I don't get a lot of laughs. You know, I get a lot of smiles. I get a lot of that's clever, and I get a lot of fuck off you fucking cunt. I've seen better jokes on a fucking black and white minstrel show. But I don't get a lot of guffaws. So I think I just found a great way to get laughs. I can say, listen, ladies and gentlemen, I have an erection. If you laugh loud, it'll go away. Otherwise, I'm just going to keep looking at you the rest of the show with this boner, and I'm going to have to do something with it sooner or later. So, no, because I know that a lot of younger male comedians. I mean, I'm getting older now. I'm nearly 50, for Christ's sake, you know. And I've noticed a lot of younger male comedians. They think it's funny to talk about masturbation. You know, really, they think it's hilarious to, you know, share these sort of masturbation stories, these little wank anecdotes, you know, with the audience. And I don't know about you, I think that's fucking hilarious, and I wish I'd fucking thought of it. I think it's brilliant. So, well, one of my worst wanks, actually, I remember I was about 17 and I was on a holiday, and my parents, it's absolutely true, this story, and my parents said I had to go on a walk with them, right? And it's really boring. And I had asthma when I was a kid. And the good thing about asthma is that I could sort of, you know, play it up, and then people wouldn't force me to do things. So I was going, oh, I've got asthma. You know, my acting skills were even better then. And I remember I said to my parents, you know, I can't go on the walk because I've got asthma, etc., etc. And in the end, they just to shut me up, they said fine. So I just stayed at home. Now, what does a 15-year-old boy do on his own?
Wank.
Yeah, exactly. That's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. Okay, it's perfectly normal. And I couldn't, you know, there was no YouTube or internet or wank study in that. So the only thing I could find was a Bangles 7-inch single. I don't know if you remember the Bangles. Yeah, I was desperate. That was by curious coincidence. That was the name of the 7-inch single, and Susanna Hoffs was like the first woman who could remain fully clothed and still give me a boner. So, you know, respect, woman. You know you're doing something right. And so anyway, so I decided to go into the outside toilet to do what I had to do, right? Knock one out, right? You know, slap the purple-headed yogurt slinger, right? Shake hands with Mr. Winky, you know, it's having a wank. But that's so sorry if this is too technical. Is there any women watching? I know this is but seriously, I was sitting there, you know, doing this, and my parents were walking outside past the public toilet. Okay, I thought no problem. Okay, and then later on over dinner, my mum was very snidey. My mother, you know, because it's very rare that I criticize my mother. I know you're not used to this. And she said, you know, did you have a good time on your own? I'm like, yeah. I'm like, yeah. You had asked me, you didn't get breathless, did you? Didn't get out of breath.
Oh,
Didn't exert yourself too much, you know, so that you couldn't walk with us.
no, I've just seen a comment on the Reckless Comedy Podcast YouTube channel
Really?
on the stream.
Thank you. Speaking of masturbation, a convent on the podcast, I think is great material. But anyway, basically, the end of this story is very simple. What I discovered later was that there used to be this special glass that they inserted in public toilets, and the idea was that you could look out, but the other people couldn't look in. And I was so unlucky that some idiot had actually installed the glass the wrong way around. So basically, my parents had just gone past and seen me, you know, thrashing around over this 7-inch single. But that's okay, because, you know, my mother has very high sexual standards, you know. Anyway, I think we can move on now. I'll leave you with that little wank story. Next up, we have Maggie. We have another returning performer. She's done a lot of Reckless shows, and she also has a very fun show called Yesterday Night Taped. All right, so I suggest you go and check that out. In the meantime, give a big round of applause for Maggie Levine.
Hi. So, why am I applauding? It's me. Okay, so I've researched my family history because I figure if you're going to go out in the world all screwed up, it's nice to be able to go back and find something to blame it on. Well, turns out I'm part Canadian, and Canadians are known for being very polite. That does not work very well here in New York City. I have learned that the hard way. Like once I almost got hit by a cab crossing the street. Now, anybody else in that situation would be like, hey, fuck you, asshole. Me, it was more like, excuse me, sir. Sorry to bother you, but would you mind making love to yourself? Well, thank you. You have a lovely evening, too. I grew up in a rich town, but we were poor. Like after spring break, all the other girls came back from Cancun with their golden brown tans. And I came back from Secaucus, New Jersey, looking like a sequestered Irish nun. So we couldn't afford a car growing up, so when it came time for me to get my driver's license, my dad took me to the amusement park and taught me to drive in the bumper cars. I went to college in Vermont, very small rural town. The cows outnumber the people up there. So I was an English major with a minor in cow tipping. So now I live in Brooklyn, New York, and we are actually a COVID hotspot, which actually sounds pretty cool. I mean, it makes it sound like this really cool, hot nightclub, very exclusive nightclub, only 10 people allowed in at a time. Oh, and we also have to shut down at 10. But seriously, this pandemic's made me change how I do things. For example, I'm on the subway. This guy gets on and starts singing, very well, I might add. So when he came around with his cup, I threw in $1 like I normally do. He looks at me and goes, I can't charge cash. Do you do Venmo? Okay. So this past week, it's been unseasonably warm around here. So a lot of people have been going around without their masks. Not because they're being complete assholes, but because their faces have spring fever. Okay, here's a little tip for the ladies. The next time you get fed up with random dudes telling you to smile, here's your answer. Just remember, make sure your mask matches your shoes and handbags, and do not wear white masks after Labor Day. Okay, another thing with the pandemic, I've been getting to know my roommates a little better. My roommates being Siri and Alexa. Siri has actually been eating too many edibles. I cannot have a coherent conversation with her. Hey Siri, what is the weather today? There are feathers by the bay. Feathers? Nowhere near the bay. Is it going to rain today or not? Not. An American actor born in, go smoke another joint. Leave me alone. Alexa, meanwhile, is the drunken loudmouth. Like one time I came in here to do a show at 4 o'clock in the morning, and I'm trying to do this very quietly because my husband's sleeping in another room. So I am very quietly trying to turn the lights on. Alexa, lights on. Okay, shoo. Way to keep it quiet there.
Fuck you, Alexa.
Exactly. So I currently work as a background actor, basically being an extra in film and TV.
Woo!
Thank you. That show has really changed my priorities. For example, I grew up in the 80s listening to New Kids on the Block, and I dreamt of someday marrying Donnie Wahlberg. Now I work on Blue Bloods, and I dream of being that blur standing behind Donnie Wahlberg. We have our own lingo that we use on set. For example, it's a wrap, means we're done for the day. Yeah, I know, Michael, it also means condoms, but we don't do those kind of films here. Well, maybe we do, but I haven't gotten booked on one yet.
You want to.
Okay. Anyway, martini shot means it's the last shot of the day. I prefer that because when we're done working for the day, I never have an urge to go out for a chicken wrap. I used to work a lot on Law and Order, and when I tell people I worked on that show, they all say the same thing. We have the dead body? Yeah, that would have been a step up. The dead body. Got to join the Actors Union, got paid more than I did, and got to go to the lunch line ahead of me. Unfortunately, that show is off the air now, so I have to settle for Rape Victim on SVU.
Woo!
Woo to the rape victim. And unfortunately, since I have no idea how long I've been here so far, I'm just going to wrap it up by giving you guys a little bit of just general life advice. Do not go around calling people the N-word, okay? Ninjas hate to be identified. Rape is fun.
I'm sorry.
Okay, so we have ninja rapists now. I'm sure that's. And I guess that's where I'm leaving you guys.
Brilliant.
Have a good night or day, whatever it is over there.
And now we're going to pass back over to the Reckless Comedy Rapist.
Thank you so much for that. Yeah, I love it. I love it when women. No, 'cause I love it. I love it when women. I love it when female comedians do rape jokes because people laugh, and like when a man does a rape joke, oh my god, what are you talking about? You know. So seriously, I don't condone rape. I do have a rape joke, but I'm not gonna do it because I want to come back next week. So anyway, instead of I do, yeah, no, that's my mother. That's my mother. Seriously.
This is what COVID has done to me.
No, I was like this before. Yeah. No, it's like it says in the Bible, love your neighbor. That's why the priest was next to a kindergarten. No, because my car has a baby on board sticker, so the person behind will slow down. Yeah, unless it's a priest, he speeds up. Because I'm the opposite of a priest. I'll fuck anything that's over 16. Yeah, and it's not. That's a terrible thing to write. It's actually expensive, right? So get your facts right, Yeah, it's like, the Pied Piper of Hamelin, 5,000 children running after one man. That's a priest in reverse. But all this scandal has been coming out. I'm a bit older now, and when I was a kid, these things, people just didn't talk about them. And now everyone talks about them. And there was that whole Jimmy Savile thing, Savile Gate, which thank you. Get it right. Yeah. Well, she splits the money, not just the money. If you're lucky. Yeah. And don't give me this 50-50 crap. You think going all over Facebook, don't give me this 50-50 crap.
Fuck you.
60-40. No, but seriously, there was this whole Savile Gate thing coming out about Peter Savile, Jimmy Savile. And Peter Savile was the guy who did the artwork for New Order. God, so, and the artwork was far better than the shit music they put out anyway. But anyway, and there was this big thing about, Jimmy Savile. And, it was fucking everything. It was like my mother, it was like my mother with a cigar, And I always thought, wouldn't it be terrible to be a kid and to be sexually abused by Jimmy Savile? But then I thought it'd probably be even worse to be a kid and not to be abused by Jimmy Savile because he thinks you're too ugly. I think that'd be even worse. Also for your parents. I mean, the humiliation, the shame of having a kid so ugly that even Jimmy Savile wouldn't fuck it, It'd be like, we've got some, Mr. and Mrs. whatever, we've got some terrible news. What is it? It's like, well, your son was alone with Jimmy Savile for 6 hours. It's like, oh my God, tell me the worst. No, that's not the worst. The worst is Jimmy Savile couldn't fuck your kid. That's how ugly your kid is. So, Gary Glitter, yeah. Which is funny because Gary Glitter is rhyming slam for up the shitter, which is kind of strange, isn't it? Because Gary Glitter, he was in the Spice Girls film. This is true. A rare opportunity for me to talk about the Spice Girls.
Yeah, and then they cut it.
I like to broaden my horizons, like my mother likes to broaden her legs, And there were actually scenes of Gary Glitter in the Spice Girls film, and they were removed at the last minute when all the scandals came out. And it didn't make any difference because the film was still fucking shit. Anyway, because I never understood that with the Spice Girls film, that everybody who went to see that film except me, they all turn up at the cinema, they go and watch the film, they all come out of the cinema and they're all like, it's not very good. And I'm like, of course it's not very good. It's a fucking Spice Girls film, isn't it? I mean, what the fuck are you expecting with this one? Sort of Ingmar Bergman script, Fellini camera work, Ken Loach social commentary. Yes, we'll expect so much more from Ginger. Girls have never let me down yet. You see, I'm joking here, but a new Spice Girls single has just leaked. Yeah, so did I when I saw it.
Oh, God.
Hey.
It'll be streaming next.
Oh, fuck.
River Thames?
Yeah. Well, it's more sort of dribbling when you get to my age, but got to be grateful for any action you get. Seriously, because I'm getting older. I'm getting a bit older now. In fact, it's a bit embarrassing, but I'm so old. I went to the circumciser, and he said, "I'm cutting some slack," and he was. He really was. Yeah, in fact, I wanted to try half circumcision, but I'm not sure I can cut it. Not sure I can cut it. Even better than Russell Brand. Oh, you know how to flatter me. Stop it. Michael, you are better looking than Stephen Hawking. Really.
No,
you are younger than me. So, oh, that's my kid.
I hate to disappoint you, Michael, but Stephen Hawking takes it better than you, mate. Sorry.
Well, if that's your parameter.
Have you not seen the photo? You not seen the photo of him before he was paralysed? How that fat woman was sat on him. I studied at
Cambridge, right? And Stephen Hawking. Nobody believes this, but it's true. He normally had a few babes with him. Seriously, you know why? Because he's a celebrity. You know, any celebrity gets. You know, you look at like Donald Trump with Melania. I'm sure that if Donald Trump was not the president and Melania just saw him walking down the road, oh my God, he's gorgeous! I've got to have him. I could have any man, but all the hair, the charisma, it's like Patsy Kensit and Liam Gallagher from Oasis. He looks like a cross between a monkey and another monkey. I mean, I just don't know what the fuck she saw in. Well, I do, money, but Anyway, enough of my bullshit. We're going to move on now with another returning comedian. This is someone that I've seen many times. He's very funny. We did a lot of the improv shows together. This is the hilarious Ryan Stannard.
Right, so right now my microphone, my camera is off because right now, works. We have to be quiet. We're going to rob the person at the cash register. Right, let's be quiet.
You're in your fucking house.
You. Right, you. Give me all of your money. What did you just say? Give me all of your money. Oh, no. Darn it, I've just shown my face. The CCTV cameras are going to catch me. Right now, it looks like I've got blue fucking eyes. Jesus Christ. Right, well, you got me. Hands in the air. Well, why the fuck my hands in the air? There's nothing to fucking celebrate about 2021. But yes, I am Ryan fucking Stannard. And I am tired as fuck because I was at work today. So that's why I was a little bit late. And yeah, as soon as I got home, had a joint. So I'm feeling a bit high right now. So, so look at that. There's a little thing that I can talk about. Weed. Now, I think that weed should be legal every single where in the world. Who agrees with that? Come on. Who agrees?
Woo.
Yay! There you go. At least we got one. But yeah, no, the reason why is because it has so many benefits. Because if you have back pain, what do? Have a joint, it works. You feel a little bit depressed, then have a joint. It will cheer you up. And if you want to go into the street and start a fight up with someone who you know you're going to lose to, have a joint. I mean, snort a line of cocaine. The thing is, what I'm trying to tell you is, don't fucking listen to the government. Just don't. All they know fuck all. I mean, Jesus Christ. They're just useless little bastards, aren't they? Oh, look at that little Rick Milton. But see, I just get absolutely triggered every single time I hear the news because they say, oh, COVID-19 and all this can do this to you. Wait, what?
Warning, a cough has been detected for your well-being and under you fat stupid idiot. Suck your mum, you little twat, cunt, dingy dong, bitch ass, ho you. Dirty girlfriend smells like fish, don't fuck with me or I'll cut your throat, you little pussy.
Okay! And on that note, back to the studio. Oh my God. Fucking hell. Jesus Christ. No, sorry. It was not me who said that. It was the computer. Oh, fuck, she's got the knife that I dropped on the fucking pound. Yeah, anyway, go back to the fucking bathroom. You're on your period, bitch. Fuck off. So, yeah, no, Yeah, 2021's been shit. Now, some people say that it's been going all right for them. Now, I'd like to fucking disagree, because these following things have happened to me just in the 3 weeks of 2021. 1 broken rib, 1 cracked rib, a sprained hand, a sprained wrist, forgetting to put a condom on whilst having sex. Oh, wait! Oh. No, I did put a condom on. No, look, see, it's like that. See. Oh, guys, look, I'm going to have to get going because I'm about to get fucking beaten up by my girlfriend. Thank you so much, everyone. I've been Ryan Stannard. Thank you very much.
Ryan. Thank you so much for that very, very revealing set. I've learned a lot, as per usual. Yeah, I did enjoy that. Ryan, it reminds me, like, you know, when I was at school, you know, because I remember when I was at school, well, one of my best teachers was my history teacher, and he was really cool. And you know, it was one of those teachers you could get on with, but you kind of took him seriously as well. Do you know what I mean? He had a very good balance between rapport and discipline. But towards the end, he had some terrible problems, and he had a bit of a breakdown. And I remember there was one lesson he came. This is absolutely true. He came in, and we were mucking around. Normally, he would have been all right with it. But today, I don't know, it's just something kind of cracked in him, you know, a bit like my mother, you know, something cracked. Yeah, first time I tried anal, something snapped inside, but anyway.
Oh, no.
No, seriously, and my history teacher, he just came in, we were mucking around, and he goes, "Where's your fucking manners, you fucking spastic cunts?"
Oh,
Yeah, I'm like, oh my God. Because it's where are your fucking manners, you fucking spastic cunts, isn't it? I mean, get it right, you know. I don't know. Call yourself a teacher, you fucking spastic cunt. I don't know. Anyway, you know, when my cousin was at school, there was a strict rule of no makeup, no high heels, and no mascara. Yeah. Well, it wasn't all boys' school, so it kind of made sense, didn't it? But no, but it was interesting. You were talking there about smoking. Personally, my drug, I used to have a bit of an alcohol thing, I have to be honest, and I'm very proud to say that after 20 years of alcoholism, I have finally given up. Thank you. I've given up. Thank you. Thank you very much. That's the kind of support I need to get me through this. Yeah, I've been struggling against alcoholism, and I've given up. I've given up struggling against it and started to fucking enjoy it instead, because I think alcohol is fucking brilliant. And if you don't like it, you can fuck off, you fucking spastic cunt. I think that's my new catchphrase. Actually, seriously. No, but seriously, people say, you know, Michael, do you remember the first time you were drunk? I say no. I was drunk. Don't remember fuck all, you know. But the only problem, you know, when you start drinking is, you know, you go out with someone who's hello. Yeah. Today's special guest star is Melanie C.
Michael, stop being a dick.
I'm not. I'm just telling the truth. Seriously. Yeah. Oh, that's good.
Ken, stop being short.
Well, no, there's people are strange about it. Hmm?
Not you.
Lisa has
My alcohol. Hmm? My mother. All right, here we go. What's the difference? What's the difference between the Spice Girls and my mother's legs? No, the Spice Girls occasionally get back together.
Fuck, how did I not remember that?
Yeah.
I was going to say it as well, but I forgot it.
I know I shouldn't really say that because I shouldn't make jokes about the Spice Girls. I understand that. So, what's the difference between my mother's vagina and my mother's living room? You take your shoes off before you enter her living room. They're good, aren't they? Yeah. What's the difference between my mother's legs and coronavirus? Coronavirus won't spread forever. So, what's the difference between Mrs. Thatcher and coronavirus? Thatcher couldn't close all the hospitals. No, seriously, I thought
Robert is
you're doing
shaking
wonders for
around
my
like a
erection.
fucking
So thank
lunatic.
you. Yeah. Hmm? No, seriously, I thought it was funny when Mrs. Thatcher died. I thought it was very funny. I didn't. No, seriously, the funniest thing was that when Mrs. Thatcher died, the first tribute came from Berlusconi. You know, and I thought, fair enough, he fucked with minors too. So,
Oh!
what's the difference between Berlusconi and coronavirus? Coronavirus might go away. So I remember Berlusconi said, at this point in life, all I want is food, place to sleep, and regular sex. You know, so why is he so desperate to out of prison? I don't know. Yeah, because I actually spent 3 years in prison and I came out a virgin. Yeah, I kept my ass covered. Yeah. But we had in Rome a couple of years ago, about 10 years ago now, we had an earthquake. And you know what they did? Yeah.
Your mother.
Yeah. The earth moved.
Harvey Weinstein caused it.
What's it like? Yeah. The earth moved. It was an earthquake, you stupid bitch. But anyway. The first time you got me to do it. And it was my mother. Yeah. No, but there was this earthquake in Rome and in Aquila, you know, and you know what Italy did? They sent Berlusconi. Sorry, hadn't they suffered enough already? You know what I mean? No, because I love it when there's an earthquake and some dickhead goes on Facebook and marks himself as safe. You know, like if you were not safe in a fucking earthquake, you know, your first reaction would be to open Facebook and go, fucking hell, yeah, I'm dying. So he died happy. It's what he would have wanted, wouldn't it? So anyway, no, but seriously, I have to be very careful making these jokes. You know, you shouldn't really make jokes about the Spice Girls. I know we get offended by that kind of stuff, because I once made a joke about Madonna, and I didn't know, but the organizer of the show was gay. He probably still is gay, hasn't changed overnight, and I actually got banned from that show because I made jokes about Madonna. Right, the gay person didn't like it, and it's strange because I just done like 10 minutes of like pedo, my mother's a slut things, and he was fine. Like, oh my god, don't laugh at Madonna. But I don't have a problem with gay people, seriously. But I remember there was a time when there was gay pride, right? Because I've never really understood gay pride. You know, it's like 500 men walking up and down. I like cock. I like cock. I like cock. I like cock. I like pussy. You know, I don't walk up and down the street. I like pussy. I like pussy. I like a vagina. No, you know, cool. You know, it's fine. That's your thing. That's your thing. You know, you like a fat hairy ass in your in your ass. You know. No, cocky blood. That's how confused I am. That's how confused I am with it. You know what I mean? No, but seriously, there was this thing with gay pride, and the police opened fire. You know, which is a terrible thing to do. You know, I've got to be careful. I'm not justifying that kind of thing. That's a terrible thing. But then I thought, you know, you're gay, right? I mean, a man in a hard helmet, you know, in full uniform, you know, pulls out his weapon, points it at you, and shoots his load all over you. I mean, if you're gay, surely that's to convince my parents I'm gay, I bust my ass, really. You know, but best friend of mine, he spent £300 on a ticket to see Elton John. Yeah, they must get you to tell your parents you're gay. That shit, aren't they? Yeah, there's so much shitty music going on now. You know, it's like Katy Perry. Katy Perry, isn't she? Oh, she's crap. You know, I thought it was really funny when Katy Perry defended the anti-Trump cause, right? Because, like, no disrespect, but what the fuck do you know about politics? Like, you know, she did that video, California Girls, we are incredible. Yeah, because
fucking hell, you just
that was what it was. And there was a bit in that video where she's absolutely true. This is the dignity of today's woman, right? This is the level that they've reached to make money. Or it's like Miley Cyrus sucking off a sledgehammer, you know.
Woo!
She goes on the video and she attaches this sort of cream thing to her tits, and she starts squirting it out. Look at me, I'm Katy Perry. I'm really awesome. I'm really cool. And I'm like, that's okay if you want to do that. I don't have a problem, but you don't then become a political spokesperson, right? I don't think you're really doing the cause a lot of good at this point, you know. But anyway, it is better than I was so disgusted. You know, Miley Cyrus Wrecking Ball. Wasn't that a terrible moment in you know, female emancipation? You know, 100 years of radical feminism, and a woman has to fillet a sledgehammer to get on the telly. Oh dear, so sad. You know, yeah. It's like you can't get blood from a stone, but if you're Miley Cyrus, you can get jizz from a sledgehammer. One swallow does not make a summer, but it does mean that Miley likes you. All right, girl power. Anyway, moving on now. I'm having a good time. We're going to move on now with oh, it's that cunt. It's Kim Nash.
Hang on. There he is. Okay, yeah, thanks. I am here. Right, start the timer now. Thank you very much. Wait, it's my show. I can go on for as long as I fucking want. It's my fucking show. I forgot I created this shit.
You're welcome.
So yeah. So after spending 10 months of joking about COVID and dodging the little fucker, that fucker decided to come and catch up with me. So yeah, I had to do my first COVID test this afternoon. That was interesting. Like, whoever invented the COVID test must have been a complete and utter spastic. Like, this is the first time I'd ever done a COVID test, okay? I've never had to be tested before in my life. The last time I was tested was probably because I'm mentally unstable, apparently. Apparently, they were like, you need to go to a mental institution. And it's like, no, just give me my fucking drugs. Just give me the drugs. It'll be fine. Drugs are fun, you know. Drugs are cool. No, they're not. Don't do drugs. Don't do drugs. Unless you're going to do them sensibly. Then do them sensibly. Yeah, this ain't working. Anyway. Anyway, but moving on from COVID testing. The only issue about doing sex about COVID whilst you're showing symptoms of COVID is that whenever you say the word COVID after the next 10 seconds, like, I'm currently locked in my flat. So whenever I say the word COVID, someone starts panicking. So for the next 5 minutes, I'm going to promise not to say COVID. I didn't say COVID! I did not say it! I didn't! Anyway, enough about COVID. I stop it! Fucking hell, this is going to be the most interesting set. Okay, right, here we go. Time for a quote. Time for a quote, because we're comics and we love quotes, don't we? No, this quote, here we go. Better to die standing than to live on your knees. Who said that? I don't know, some random fucking guy. Anyone who knows that quote will know what I'm on about. The guy who got, you know, his hat redesigned by Mercedes. You all know who I'm on about? No? I can't even fucking say it. Shays Javara. That guy. You know, the fucking... No, okay, cool. Shut up, Kim. Well, still ahead. Shut up while you're still ahead. Cool. But yeah, it's fine. You know, I'm not dead. I'm literally trying to think of some material to do because COVID decided to take my fucking brain cells away. Maybe that's why I'm autistic. Maybe that's why my autism kicks in. Sorry. Anyway. So recently I got told that I should maybe compare myself to dead relatives. I don't know why I got told to do that, but we're gonna roll with it. We're gonna roll with it anyway because it's my time. I do what the fuck I want. So I decided to compare myself to my dead grandfather. So here on this notepad is his lifeline, not his actual lifeline, not the bit that goes beep boom, like not that bit, not that lifeline. He's already dead. 2 years. Anyway, so I'm going to go through his lifeline with you, and we're going to try and compare him to me. So, his first big achievement was getting married. At what age, I hear you ask? 19! 19! I'm 19 and I'm living alone with 2 alter egos on myself. Marvin, put that fucking gun down! But, yes, fuck. Anyway, anyone who doesn't know Marvin, just search up Marvin the Magnificent on the Reckless Comedy YouTube channel and you'll find out he's a fucking psychopath. He is. He's a fucking psychopath. Anyone who's worked with Marvin, you'll know he's a fucking psychopath. So my next biggest achievement, my granddad's next achievement, after 36 years of being married, he decided, fuck this shit. So at the age of 55, he got divorced and got married again. The joys of being an old git with a very small penis. Don't ask me how I know that. Don't ask me how I know he has a small penis. The joys of having a dementia patient sort of grandfather. You have to help him piss. I'm mentally scarred because of that. Like, who goes to therapy and says, oh, you know, the therapist said to me, oh, why are you here? And I'm like, I saw my granddad's penis. I saw his penis. It was very boring for a man of his size.
Literally boring.
It was a very small penis and it was very boring. Someone's going to take this out of context, aren't they? Someone's going to say, Kim Nash's granddad is a paedophile. No, he's not. Not that I know of, anyway. He could be related to Gary Glitter. Like, I don't know. Gary Glitter's fun. But yeah, I'm going to stop talking about that because it's boring. But yeah, like, you know, it's weird, you know. Recently, on social media, if you haven't been following me, I originally did get casted in 2 other short films as an extra. Yeah, Michael's clapping and his mic isn't even on.
You.
Yeah. And guess what? Because of are they gone? Yeah, they're gone.
COVID.
Thank God. Hang on, wait.
That
Oh, the
damn,
officers
didn't it?
gone. Good. The officers have gone. So because of COVID, I swear to fucking Kerbals. I swear. But thanks to Miss Rona, fuck you fuckers. Fuck you. If I say Rona instead of COVID, it might. I'm gonna say this. Who here likes painting? Anyone here like painting or art? Yeah? Yeah? See, we are sophisticated. Who says comics can't be sophisticated? But I recently, before I'm not gonna fucking say it. I am not gonna give you the fucking satisfaction. I'm gonna stop the timer there because otherwise it's gonna start blowing. But yeah, I got asked recently to, you know, paint a wall. I don't think I ever have painted a wall and gone, if I have to paint one more cunting wall in this house, I am going to blow the fucker up. Like, painting, like, anyone who's had to paint a wall in their house will know how fucking annoying it is. You know that one spot you have to try and get, but you can't get it? That's the cunt I'm on about. I'm gonna slowly finish on this. You know, as comics, we all have goals. Some of these comics know what joke's coming. They know what's coming. Michael's mother. As comics, we all have goals. Is that fair to say? We all have goals. You know, for example, maybe Maggie to get her own special, Michael to stop talking about Spice Girls.
That's what I really, really want.
Justin to go on tour again. I don't know. I'm plugging his own stuff. I don't even know if he's going on tour. If he is, hire me! Don't hire me. Don't hire me. Your audience will go quicker than a fucking COVID test. Ah! Fuck you, ah! You didn't get that. I said COVID.
Oh.
You fucking. But yeah, for me, as a goal, not just to lose my festival virginity like I am this year. I'm losing my festival virginity So that's cool. Festivals are fun. Unlike Robert's sort of festivals, you know, comedy festivals are different. It's like a boxing fight waiting to happen. It is, ain't it? Anyone who's done a festival will know. But as a goal, I feel like a goal as a comic is to get called a cunt by Sir Bob Geldof. Maybe that's how Russell Brand got his career. Did anyone ever watch that awards show when he got called a cunt by Sir Bob Geldof? Did anyone see it? Cool. No? Okay, no. Cool. Moving on. But yeah, I'm actually finishing on this. 2 things. Number 1, if there's one thing you should be doing on February 4th, is buying my debut comedy album called Kim Nash versus Australia. Why? It sounds stupid, because it is. It sounds like a boxing fight waiting to happen. To be fair, even kangaroos wouldn't fight me. Like, it's a fucking kangaroo. Yeah. And the last thing is, if you are allowed in the UK in July, you should definitely make your way to the Guildford Fringe Festival, where you might be able to see my show called Kim Nash Talk Too Much, Stay Too Long, which is also doing a preview here on Facebook on 31st of January. So if you don't come and watch that, I will fucking kill you. But on that note, I'm going to go die of COVID, and you know what? I'm going to pass back over to Michael.
Well done. Thank you so much for that. Thank you very much for that, Kim. Yeah, at the end, I want to say, you really must buy this household appliance which connects things electrically. Sorry, that was a plug.
Hey!
But you're absolutely right. I love the kangaroo stuff. In fact, I told Jerry Halliwell from the Spice Girls, she had a clandestine relationship. It's absolutely true, this story. It's on Wikipedia. It must be true. I told Jerry Halliwell she had a clandestine relationship with my pet kangaroo. Yeah. She wasn't convinced. She said, "Is your wallaby my lover?"
Oh, God.
I'm really sorry. I'm really sorry. Okay. No, but seriously, my New Year's resolution is to stop talking about the Spice Girls. Yes, it's what I want. What I really, really want.
Michael, if you keep talking about the Spice Girls, every time you say the word Spice, every time you say the word Spice Girls, a klaxon, a alarm will go off. I swear to God.
Well, the Spice Girls give me the horn, so that's fine. All right.
Don't say it.
2 horns in one, so that's fine. If you want that to stop right now, thank you very much. Because too much of one thing is bad enough. Didn't get that one. So goodbye, my friend. Who do you think you are? Mamma mia.
You lucky cunt.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Well, because that horn is so intelligent. It not only reacts to the word spice, but it recognizes Spice Girls lyrics. That's that's more intelligent than me. And I studied at Cambridge, so. Well, no, because the one thing I have achieved in my life was studying at Cambridge, but even that has been a fucking pain in the ass.
Woo!
Seriously. No, because I had this aunt, and like every time I asked her a question, it was like, "Oh, studied at Cambridge and don't know." And I'd be like, "Excuse me, where's the light switch?" "Oh, studied at Cambridge, doesn't know where the light switch is." I'd be like, "Yeah, is there any food in the fridge?" "Oh, studied at Cambridge, doesn't know there's any food in the fridge." Like, "Why don't you fuck off?" "Oh, studied at Cambridge, doesn't know why I don't fuck off." Family's always a problem. Incest, I can relate to that. Seriously. No, because I'm into passive incest. Family comes first. So it's Spice Girls lyrics and incest jokes. No, I can do some incest jokes. What about incest with the Spice Girls? How is that related to the Spice Girls? What about Victoria Beckham's stupidly named child, Harper 7. What if it's like a fucking Thunderbirds puppy or something, you know? But anyway, that's what I hate about celebrities. It always is their kids' stupid names. You know, give it a normal name, you know? It's not his fucking fault, you know? Anyway, no, but seriously, you know, I was talking about, what was I talking about? I can't fucking remember.
Spice Girls.
Yeah, Spice, go on. Yeah. No, I was talking about incest. Yeah, because incest pornography. You know, it's good family.
Woo!
Good family viewing that. You know. You may have heard of nugget pornography.
Oh no, Michael, no,
Right.
no.
All I'm gonna say is, I'm out on a limb.
Oh, for fuck's sake, man! Do not search up nugget porn. Do not.
They're out of a limb. Seriously.
I'm looking
No,
at
'cause
in particular at that.
you shouldn't make jokes about that, because I'm making jokes, but I'm very proud because recently I interviewed Oscar Pistorius. Yeah. And I did a whole interview with Oscar Pistorius without making one stupid joke about his condition. Yeah. What a feat.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah. What's Oscar Pistorius's least favorite musical? Footloose. Footloose. Yeah. What's Oscar Pistorius's least favorite pop group? One Direction, because they're fucking shit. So anyway, no, but I listen to a lot of pop music, and I'm a big fan of a band. You probably never heard of them. They're not very well known. They're a niche band. They're called the Beatles.
Woo!
Does that mean anything to you? No. Okay.
You don't get an alarm for that one.
Good. Try and check them out, because they're almost as good as the Spice Girls. All right. Well, no, because I'm joking, but even I had to laugh at this because I saw on Wikipedia, and it said there's a possibility of a concert with Paul McCartney, and Jerry Halliwell. Oh God! Even no, don't worry, because even I had to laugh at that. I'm like, sorry, like, member of the most important, influential, fantastic group in British history, next to a member of the Beatles. I mean, fuck off. That's just crazy. That's crazy, isn't it? Yeah, but I'm over. Well, I thought I could get over my Beatles obsession. I should have known better. I should have known better, really. No, seriously, my Beatles obsession is over. It was yesterday.
Yeah.
It was yesterday, and it was a hard day's night. It really was. Dear Prudence, dear Prudence. My favorite Beatles story, and this is not a joke. It was when John Lennon, from the Beatles, not the Spice Girls. John Lennon. I'm just being a cunt. Sorry. No, John Lennon wrote a song called "I'm the Greatest." I don't know if you've heard it. No.
No.
That's the energy I expect from the Beatles fans in 2021, including myself. But basically, the song by John Lennon, "I'm the Greatest," is absolutely true. It's not tongue-in-cheek. John Lennon, he had such an incredible ego, and he said, when I wrote this song, I wasn't joking. I genuinely thought I was the greatest human being on earth, and in a sense, history had proven me right, because out of nothing, I've become like, a major member of this incredible band. I had all the money I wanted. I could have any woman I wanted. I could buy anything I wanted. And I genuinely thought I'm the greatest person. So why not celebrate it? Why be modest? And he said, the problem is, I knew that if I go on stage and sing "I'm the Greatest," people say, "Fuck off, you arrogant bastard." But I didn't want to lose the song. So I thought, I'll give it to Ringo. And if he sings it, people will think it's a joke. Absolutely true. That's the story. Absolutely true. No, but seriously, because a couple of years ago, Ringo Starr from the Beatles, not the Spice Girls, he came to Rome to do a concert, and I kind of wanted to go, because I thought it's a Beatle, and I've never seen a Beatle. And the possibilities of seeing John and George, I mean, they fuck all now. Their career is just nothing. So I thought, I'll go and watch Ringo Starr because it's a Beatle. But then I thought, at this point in my life, it's probably better to die without having seen any Beatle, as opposed to just Ringo. You know. Seriously, yeah. Well, he's dead, so it probably was his last joke. So it's the same name, isn't it? Well done. Bob's your uncle. That's my personal favourite. That's why I can't be a teacher, because I know everybody would just say, hey, you've got Bob. Bob's lesson. You're going to Bob, yeah. No, but seriously, very quickly. And I thought, you know, I want to go and see Ringo. Then I thought, at this point, it's better to die without seeing any Beatle as opposed to just Ringo. You know, I just imagine my great-grandchildren sitting on my knee. Not in a priest sense, just normal. And they're listening to Sergeant Pepper going, this is awesome. And I said, oh, yeah, and I've seen one of them live. Oh, my God, you've seen a Beatle live. Which one? Doesn't matter which one. It's the Prince. Oh, for fuck's sake, Grandad, get out of here. Ringo doesn't fucking count. Everyone knows that. Anyway, moving on. We are going to go on to the headliner of tonight's show. This is a comedian. I've got to be totally honest. I've never fucking seen him in my life, so I can't say anything about him. I think he's fucking awesome. Yeah, because he's American, so he's awesome. Totally awesome.
He's headlined a few of our shows.
Yeah, but I didn't actually go. It just didn't happen. Just like coincidence. So big round of applause. I'm not going to be a cunt and, you know, say he's awesome. I don't know anything about him. So big round of applause for Justin Herman.
Thank you for the ambivalent introduction. I appreciate it. You could have lied. You could have been like, fuck this guy, or I love this guy. We're among friends here. But you're honest, and I appreciate that. I am American. You got that part right. It is a good week to be American. I was on a Zoom show the other day, and the host asked me if I was Canadian, and I was like, not today. It's I don't know if you guys watched Biden's inauguration, man, but it was such a moment. Watching Biden speak with like such a graceful optimism, it was just such a throwback to sanity for us, right? It felt retro, like dialing a rotary phone or defeating the Nazis. It's crazy. I was so excited to watch the inauguration. I turned it on like 2 hours early, and the news was in the middle of a heavily researched story about the buttons on Jill Biden's jacket. So nothing in America is actually changing. We're still morons, but we'll take what we can get. Except the Kamala Harris stuff is crazy, right? That's an amazing story. That's a historic milestone. It's not just an aspirational moment for women of color either. It also represents an opportunity for every man trying to marry up. I don't know about you guys. I've become to like kind of an accustomed way of life, not going to work every day during COVID, and I kind of don't want to change that. So I'm looking for my Kamala, second gentleman energy. We got to get it out there. I just gonna keep texting AOC until she responds. So interesting, man. This may be too in depth, but I don't care about you. Just watching like America over the last 4 years just completely lose its moral authority has been absolutely fascinating, right? Because whether or not you agree with them having that position in the world, when you leave that position, it opens up a vacuum to be filled. And so far, the only people that have filled that vacuum are China and Twitter, which is interesting. Like Twitter, of course, was the first to finally shut Trump the fuck up. They suspended his account after the whole siege on the Capitol. And really, honestly, of course, Twitter triumphs over Trump, right? They have 280 characters. Trump has 0. It makes sense. But to make that happen, I mean, you got to give Trump some credit too, right? Like he really deserves credit for being the first president to try to overthrow the government while he's still the government. I think that's pretty amazing. So Twitter is kind of filling that vacuum of authority, moral authority. And then there's China. And now this is, again, where we get in the weeds. But just 2 days before they left the White House, a bunch of Trump administration guys, Mike Pompeo, Secretary of State, came out and he said, finally, that what China's doing to the Uyghurs is genocide. If you're not familiar with the Uyghurs, they're being genocided. And he said it out loud. And because of that, China sanctioned him and a bunch of Trump guys just before they left the White House, which means that they can never work in China or with a company that does business with China. And I just think it's so beautiful that the first time somebody in the Trump White House told the truth, they got fucked for it. I think that's amazing. I love that. You all disagree. That's fine. But these are our options, really. Like moral authority in the world, it's either Twitter, where there's an account called Mr. 69er that just retweets anyone that uses the number 69, or there's genocide. So things are looking better for us on the planet. Maybe we do need to make America great again. You know, maybe that's what we're missing. Not like the Trump way. We saw what their attempts at taking over the country look like. One of them, I don't know if you saw this, one of the Trump guys that raided the Capitol building tased himself in the dick and balls and died.
Oh!
Yeah, that's not a political movement. That's a lyric to a Lonely Island song. It's not great. Not great. It's nice Trump's gone. Now we can just focus on the other thing that's slowly killing us all. Anyone else wish they could have bought stock in COVID back in 2020? Right? Like, what an opportunity missed. Somehow the numbers just keep going up. COVID is like the Tesla of killing us all. It's crazy. America's just a disaster. We fucked this up so bad with COVID that they're sending the Doctors Without Borders here. And a lot of these doctors are already American. So like the rest of us, it's their first chance to get to work from home, which is actually a nice turn. It's been crazy. It just changed everything, right? Like dating during COVID is completely different. Like Tindering during COVID, scary. It's a risk. But it has created an interesting form of like gender equality, right? Because it used to be only women were worried about their date killing them. We're all coming together. We need to rethink everything, right? Like even like the script of what sex is during COVID has to change, right? Because there's like a pretty straightforward script of what we understand sex to be. You know, it's kissing, groping, fingering, fucking. You know, we run the bases, right? First, second, third, home play. What I think we need to do is I think we actually need to reverse the bases, right? Because kissing is the most dangerous part of sex. So we need to start with the fuck. Then we'll move on to fingering, get a little groping in there. And then if you're starting to catch feelings, then you can kiss somebody because that's where they keep their virus. You know, it's kind of gross. So if we reverse it, it might be. Maybe we just need to adopt the cricket method. Maybe there's too many bases. Maybe we just meet and fuck and meet and fuck and meet and fuck and meet and fuck. I don't know. I'm just spitballing here. And you don't like it. Noted. Been high a lot. That's come up. I know I find after a long day of being stuck inside, nothing beats getting high and getting stuck in a different part of inside. It's worked for me. It's been until COVID, it's been 15 years since I smoked weed. And the culture of weed has completely changed in 15 years. And I can't stress it enough. I didn't just smoke weed 15 years ago. I used to sell weed. And it was like serious business. People didn't fuck around. There was no smiling, no joking. It was dangerous. Today, when I text my delivery service, they reply with heart emojis. It's a completely different world. I feel like I'm a taxi driver and they're Uber. You know what I mean? Like we went from I don't care whether or not you live or die to please rate and review. I'm watching a lot of Netflix documentaries because I'm trying to get smarter with the least possible effort. Problem is they're not very good. Like Netflix came out with a documentary on minimalism that's 98 minutes long. They made a documentary called American Circumcision. Did anybody watch this? No? Good choice. I tried. I didn't even get 9 minutes in before I came. And now I'm really waiting for everybody. There's so many people that are trying to make the first COVID documentary, and I can't wait to see who's got the balls to name their movie No Country for Old Men. That's what I'm waiting for. So a lot has changed in my family in COVID times. This is totally true. I now have my step sibling came out as trans. So I have a trans stepbrother. And I know the terminology is a little bit confusing. I can explain it if it helps. I have a stepdad who has a kid, which makes them my stepbrother, who's also trans. Is that not funny to anyone else? That's really funny to me to explain the wrong part.
Very educational.
Thank you so much, Kim. That's what I'm here for. It's like a TED talk about shit nobody wants to talk about. I'm really proud of my stepbrother. I really it's like I've never seen them so happy. It's actually been an amazing thing to be a part of and witness. And I'm really excited for them because I don't think there's ever been a better time to become a white guy.
Woo!
Honestly, it's like stocks. Like you want to buy low and sell high. White guys have been blamed for everything because we did everything. These are bargain basement prices, right? Of low expectations. It can only go up from here. They're getting in at the ground floor. I think it's brilliant timing.
Fuck white people.
That's it. Also, like a
My mother
trans white guy, that's like white guy 2.0, right? You literally can't be blamed for anything that happened more than like 11 months ago. That's a great, you can still be president, you can still be the Supreme Court justice, and you're not in trouble. I mean, that's like a consultant coming into a business as an outsider saying, I'm here to stay, and we're going to rethink how we do some things. I think it's a good position to be in. That's a metaphor that could work one day if I make it funny. So yeah, trans stepbrother, and then I have a twin brother. You guys all know him, right? He's the guy that looks like me that bombs here all the time.
Is that the guy who walked in during the Christmas show?
Yeah, that's not. My twin brother
That's on YouTube forever, man.
I'm so pumped about it. No, it was not. I wish that was my brother. That would have been way funnier for me, at least. But my brother also is altering his genitals. That's true. He just got himself a surprise vasectomy. It's like, oh, sorry, we were surprised. He did sign up for it. I did love the idea of him just waking up in the hospital, though, just being like, what the fuck? Guys, when I said I don't like Offspring, I meant the band. Fucking a vasectomy, though, man. That's insane, right? Like, I don't understand why he'd do it either. Like, it's not like I think his big problem is he's fucking too much. Like, how do I say? My brother throws Dungeons and Dragons marathons. And I'm not saying you can't meet a girl there. I'm saying he wears a cape. It's called the Cloak of the Dungeon Master.
Oh my fucking days.
With that commitment, like, why get the vasectomy, right? Like, if you're gonna fuck after all that, why not commit to the fantasy, stay in character, throw on a condom, and call it your Cloak of Infertility? That's my time, guys. I'm Justin Herman. Thank you so much. Good to be with you guys again.
Whoa.
Back to
Thank you
racing.
so much, Justin Herman. I did enjoy that.
Thank you, brother.
That was awesome.
Penis.
Or as they say in American, awesome, dude. So no, but I have a bit of a strange family as well. In fact, when I was 15 years old, my father ejaculated on the back of my head. Yeah, I was wet behind the ears. Yeah. No, because my dad has a penis growing out of his head, but he keeps it under his hat. Yeah. Yeah, in fact, he's very shy. He gets nervous at the drop of a hat. You know, can't help it. But my dad keeps lecturing me about my Madonna obsession. I said, Papa, don't preach. My dad was so upset after the divorce. He said, Michael, don't ever mention that woman again. I said, it's all right, Dad. Mum's the word. My dad is a failed epileptic. No great shakes. My dad has green fingers.
The cunt's been dead for 6 months.
Yeah, you probably heard that one before, but not everybody has. So, in fact, my dad said, Michael, you are lazy and vulgar. I couldn't be bothered to answer the fucking cunt. Anyway, that's enough about my family problems. We're going to have a bit of a surprise now. I'm not surprised, but the rest of you will be surprised. This is called a lightning round coming in, a bit like my mother.
Oh, God.
So let's get it started with Kim Nash. Come on.
Hey, I get to choose who goes first here because I have the power. I have great power.
I got the power.
I'm
Girl
like
power.
God. I'm
Girl
like
power.
God. I'm like God now. I can make the fucking
Don't
judgment.
exaggerate.
Who lives?
Don't
Who
exaggerate.
dies? Who lives? Who dies? I'm just trying.
Anyway.
Who looks more likely to fuck up? Also, during this lightning round, at the start of your time, you will hear this. And you also hear that at the end of your round as well. So cool. Right, here we go. Lightning round. Who am I going to be a dick and pick on first? I'm not going to go for the obvious.
Oh. Speaking of dicks.
Hang on.
Speaking of dicks. Yeah, go on.
You can go now.
Right. I just did. Yeah, because I suffer from premature ejaculation and diarrhea. Easy come, easy go.
Woo!
Anyway, I've been doing this for years now and I'm still shit. So let's get it out of the way as quickly and painlessly as possible.
The alarm still counts for Spice Girls.
Yeah, just instead. Are we going on about that? Yeah. Okay. So I've been asked to take all the swearing out of my act. Good night.
Boo.
No, seriously, I have been asked to stop talking about the Spice Girls. Okay. So if that's what you want, what you really, really want to stop right now, thank you very much. Then goodbye, my friend. There's too much one thing is bad enough. My best friend said that Melanie C is a girl next door. So I moved in with him. Mel B says every time I listen to the song Mama, I burst into tears. Come on, it's not that bad. But people say, Michael, you can't love the Spice Girls and hate One Direction because they're exactly the same. And it's true. Spice Girls, One Direction, I'm watching 5 cunts. They've made sorry, you shouldn't say that word, One Direction, because they're cunts. They've done a tribute to my sex life. It's called One Erection. No, but I quite enjoyed it. I did actually get an erection because I know a lot of people, they're into musicals, aren't they? You know, and some people think musicals are really awesome and cool and exciting. Personally, I think musicals are total and utter fucking shit. All right, there's a little bit of a discrepancy there because I've never liked it in musicals. That, you know, they're just talking and they sort of get up and start dancing. I don't get that. You know, either do a rock concert or a play. Don't fuck things around, you know. So it's like, so Dad. Oh, I was in the middle of that. Go on.
Okay, next up is who's ready for an echo? It's Bob.
Hello. Well, I suppose I better talk to you about my sad life because I am single. And for very good reason, I'm in lockdown. Because of which, I have a cold for 9 months of the year. For 3 months, I have hay fever. I'm very uncomfortable around the opposite sex because of my erection. And work for my local council as a custodian because I'm shit under pressure, unskilled, and have emotional outbursts over the smallest things. My erection. I have had successful relationships. I've had sexual ones too. I met somebody once we connected on all levels: music, ideals, personality. Neither of us had one, but there were 2 things that fucked it up for us both. She had OCD and I live in a shit tip. So the relationship lasted up until she visited my shit tip. She dumped me. I was devastated. Now, I don't blame her for dumping me, but before she left, she could have done a decent thing and tied it up. I mean, look at the state of this place. I'm also a shit driver. Took me a long time to pass my driving test. My instructor once told me that he thought that people who struggle to learn to drive are of high intelligence. Very kind of him to say so because I just drove into a fucking tree. I've had that test where I failed at the beginning, and this was because I drove into the test centre. You may wonder what my examiner said. My examiner said, "Shit!" He's now in a coma. I've also had a lot of trouble with reversing. I reversed everywhere. I reversed into a tree, a cat, a dog, a fox, a badger, a miner. But God knows how I ended up in the mine shaft. But eventually I passed. Thank you.
Woo! Well done. Whoa. I'm going to be the biggest cunt ever.
Okay, so one of the hardest things about living in New York City is parking. You have to keep moving your car because the street gets clean. Well, one day I didn't move my car and I got a parking ticket. Okay, I love how that's what gets the laugh here. Anyway, the real punishment wasn't the $45 ticket. Oh, wait, no. Sorry, I'm just joking. Wow. Anyway, they give you the ticket in this bright orange envelope. And at the time, I was driving a silver car who just parked in a row of other silver cars. So that orange envelope helped me, the car stand out, you know? Silver car, silver car, silver car. Maggie's car, Maggie's car, Maggie's car. Silver car, silver car. Anyway, the real punishment wasn't the $45 ticket. It was this huge green sticker that they plaster across the back window, basically informing the entire neighborhood that it was my fault the street was not properly cleaned. So now they can all come kick my ass. Thank you, NYPD. Okay, so I flew cross country recently on Virgin Airlines. I had a hard time getting to Mile High Club though. Seriously, we're sitting in the exit row, and the flight attendant comes around and tells us that we have this great responsibility because in the event of an emergency, we all had to help out with the evacuation. Our compensation for this effort, free booze. So if that plane goes down after my third martini, we're going to have a problem here. But speaking of problems, we do have a problem in our neighborhood with a sexual predator who's been groping women coming out of the subway. This local group came up with the answer. They have people out walking their dogs late at night coming off the train by the subway. They escort people home coming off the train. Okay, I think this is a great idea. Because I come off the subway late at night, I see Miss Nussbaum, my 9-year-old neighbor, walking her chihuahua Fifi. I just want to see her already. Well, that's it.
Okay, so this is quite weird right now because I'm about to do my bit and someone's ringing my door buzzer. So someone's going to get an extra 2 minutes because I'm a dick. Who looks like they are so unprepared? I'm not going to go with Michael because then I'll have to keep pressing the buzzer.
Spice.
You know what? I'm going to be kind because I'm a gentleman and I'm going to give Maggie another 2 minutes.
Oh, I guess I'm finishing the joke then.
No. That's my version of the siren. Just, yeah.
Okay. So, Nussbaum. Oh, yeah. Coming off the train. All right. Nussbaum, Fifi, you're with me. That guy's coming after me. Let's get into you bitches first. Don't worry, they're more of a diversion. I'm pretty sure I can run faster than a 90-year-old woman and a chihuahua. So we have a Yeti living in our building where we did. Best way to describe this guy is picture a troll doll that you probably stuck in the end of your pencil at one point. Picture him coming out of his apartment, lumbering down the hall, 10 feet down to his mailbox, lumbering back to his apartment. And that's pretty much it for today. When I came home from work and his family was in there cleaning out his apartment, they spent an entire week hauling junk out of this apartment, this studio apartment. Now it's about the size of this living room. So if you ever catch that crossover Hoarders Bigfoot episode, you'll see me in the background. See how a lot of companies are outsourcing their customer service? So you call up and you're speaking to somebody in India. Well, my friend just confessed to me that she's been cheating on her husband with an Indian guy. And I go, oh my God, your husband's been outsourced? And the sad part is she can walk around with that Scarlet A for adultery. Oh, great. I just forget it. I just missed like a complete part of that joke. Okay, here's another little known fact about myself. Thanks.
Oh,
I fucked up.
I'm such a cunt, aren't I? I'm such.
No, it's okay. I think I can know that one.
I
I
just
just
say, those who are still watching.
earlier, so what I was about to say wasn't going to make any sense.
Awesome.
Anyway, to those still watching, thanks for sticking around for this fucking shit. Like, anyway, oh wait, it's me. Yeah, because I'm not going to get away with this. I'm not like everyone else in the UK who thinks they're exempt. Am I right, Rob?
Yeah.
Yeah, right. You ain't exempt, you motherfuckers. Wear your fucking mask. Okay, start 2-minute timer now. No. Okay, cool. Right. So, after taking a little bit of a punt at those not wearing masks, wear your fucking mask. Are you a spastic? I don't care. I don't care if you're spastic. Just wear your fucking mask. Look, okay, let's think of the analogy here, yeah? We don't want more lockdowns. True? Yeah? We don't want more lockdowns. How do we defeat the problem of no more lockdowns? Guess what? Wear your fucking mask. It's my 6-year-old brother could even think of that. It's like, ooh, I don't want to be at home with mummy, but I want to go play with my friends. Wear your fucking mask. Fucking hell. Oh, Jesus. Oh, Jesus. Another quote for you. A genius is just a mentally ill person with an audience. Top tip, don't do that on a mental health gig, okay? Don't do that on a mental health gig. It's like putting a bottle of vodka in front of an alcoholic and saying, feel free to offer it. You come back 10 minutes later and the fucker's under the table. Maybe that's why I don't go to the pub with my mother anymore. Talking about my mother, those who know me personally from my stand-up, you may know that I have a comedic obsession with my mum's anus.
That's pathetic.
Very specific.
That comedic obsession has now led me to getting a cease and desist order. Unfortunately for my mother, I'm worth fuck all anyway, so why the fuck is she suing me when I'm worth fuck all anyway? Shut up, phone. I know what I'm doing. Hey, you're not the one telling me to stop. Fuck you. Okay, so I have to say it, and you know what's coming. COVID, but
Oh.
can you not let me get away with COVID for 1 minute? Like, I didn't even mean to say COVID. You know that one joke that people keep repeating over and over again, and you're just like, yeah, it's funny to a point. A bit about, yeah.
Well, routine.
Who here has kids? Legal kids, not you,
I
Michael.
hate kids.
You're probably the closest represents the most modern version of Jimmy Savile.
Yeah.
Before he got caught.
I hate kids.
Exactly, and that's what Jimmy Savile said.
Yeah. No, he loves them.
But yeah, one thing I've learned with, I don't have kids, but I've been around kids. I'm not a paedophile. I can assure you I'm not a paedophile.
My mother's been around kids
If
too.
I was a paedophile, I'd be a very shit paedophile, to be fair. Couple of things. I've actually written down what I've learned about being a parent, yet not a parent, is, we're talking about like little toddlers, yeah? Those little fuckers. They whinge quite a lot. Is that fair to say? You know, they whinge quite a bit. But there's children in Africa fucking starving to death. You don't hear those fuckers whinging, do you? Like, you don't hear those fuckers whinging. Another thing I've learned is, where is the line between patting and hitting? And also, when is rocking and when is it shaking? When is it shaking? You know? And I'm going to finish with this. The one thing, I think this is true, the one thing they don't mention in the parenting books is that the love for them grows, you know. the closer to dead they look. And on that note, where's the fucking thing? Where is it? There it is. Kill your kids.
Wonderful. Yeah, that's a great message to leave the show with, isn't it? Kill your kids. You know, because I love
The
it.
bloke loves it.
Well, yeah, or kill other people's kids. Really, you know. Yeah. No, because I love it. A few years ago, scientists were trying to find ways to grow food on Mars, and I'm like, that's fucking awesome. You know, fuck Africa, put the food on Mars.
Fuck the children.
Very intelligent, isn't it? You know, you're getting old when you watch the Band-Aid video and the only person you recognise is Bob fucking Geldof. You know what I mean?
Bob Geldof's a trampy cunt.
He's awesome. That's what I love. Because the thing about Bob Geldof, he did all those wonderful things, you know, saving all those innocent children, you know. And you ever talk to someone, yeah, he's got fucking bad dress sense, though, hasn't he? He gives a fuck, you know what I mean?
Bob Geldof looks like my mum's vagina. Don't ask me how I know that.
Well, you know it because you've seen Bob Geldof. You know it, obviously. That's the strange bit. That's the bit that would surprise me, is it? You know. No, but seriously, I thought it was funny when they did this big thing for Africa, and one of the celebrities that they chose to go there was Victoria Beckham. You know, and go on, you know you want to. And no, I'm all in favour of celebrities, you know, doing charity work. I just don't think that Victoria Beckham is a good example for a kid who's starving to death. You know, like sort of, eat the food. Got to eat the food, you know. I think they give food to her, for Christ's sake. Do you know what I mean? So, I mean, she's really lost it. You know, she used to be nice. You see her now; she's just like a cross between a stick insect and another stick insect. You know what I mean? I think I'd rather fuck David these days. You know, we've got better tits, quite honestly. You know. But the BBC have accused David Beckham of overexposure. Yeah, David will be on the BBC to talk about that later. Anyway, we're going to round up now. As always, I'm going to finish with a joke. Right, you're going to like this.
Oh no!
Here we go. Right, this is not one of my jokes. It's a funny joke. So here we go. I was talking about Berlusconi at the start of the show. So we're going to finish with a joke about Berlusconi. Berlusconi is getting on now. He's an old man. He's 80, but he's still like a bit of For me, 80 is young, but you know, for you lot put together. But you know, he still likes a bit of "How's your father?" Right, which is English for fucking. Sorry if this is getting too technical. Sorry. Okay. So he decides what he has to do, Berlusconi, to spice up his sex life. He's heard of this fantastic new game, right, whereby he buys a condom of an interesting flavor. Yeah, bit of fun. And he inserts it on his equipment, and then a young lady goes down on him, right, and tells him what flavor condom it is. He thinks, I've got to try this. Devo provare questo, he thinks. All right, so he's got one of his young ladies, and he explains this little game that he's going to do. And she says, fine, you know, if that's what turns you on, why not? So that night they go to bed, right, and she goes down on him. And she comes up and she goes, garlic, sour cream, and pickled onion. And Berlusconi says, I ain't fucking put it on yet, have I? It's a true story, And on that note, I just want to say a big thank you to all the wonderful acts. We've had some wonderful acts and me. So big round of applause if you're still there. And if you're not still there, fuck you because you can't hear me. Big round of applause for Dominic the comic, Robert Alfie, Maggie Levine, Ryan Stannard, Kim Nash, and our awesome headliner, Justin Herman. Anyway, big round of applause. I'm going